Hey there, high schoolers. This is Mr. Latin. I want to help you get started on your Apex journey. Apex is the program we use to help you catch up with high school credit that you're missing to graduate. Super important. This could really be the most important class you take in your high school career because if you don't catch up on what you're missing, you won't be able to graduate. So I'm here, and Katie's also here. Not here, but she's in her office, and we want to do what it takes to make sure you are on track to catch up with missing credit and graduate. So I'm going to show you just a little bit more about what we're looking for in Apex and talk about something wonderful, amazing, fantastic, remarkable, cool called Pretests in your Apex classes. Each of you in my Apex classes have pretests, and I've set that up so if you get 80% in a pretest, that means you skip the whole unit. That means that for some of you who know the material but for whatever reason just failed to turn assignments and got behind, you know the material, you won't have to spend much time at all working through lesson material and writing assignments if you can just finish the pretest. So let's take a look at what a pretest looks like and what we're looking for. We're going to turn over and I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, this is my class, my course as a test user. And usually the pretest is either in Unit 1 or Unit 2. In this particular course, English Foundations 1, I had to walk through each lesson in Unit 1 first before I got to the pretest. But now I'm here on Unit 2. You can see that, Unit 2, identifying the main idea, and I can just take the pretest. So if I start it, this is what it looks like. Let me bump that up a little bit. This pretest is designed to assess your knowledge of concepts covered in this unit. When you have completed the pretest, you'll be given a personal study plan that will outline which activities you have left to complete. What does that mean? It means if you get 80%, which is what I've set it at, that means you can skip the whole unit. If you get 70% and there are a few concepts that you didn't quite get right, then it's just going to give you those things. So even if you get just like 50 or 60% or even 40%, depending on what you miss, you may still be able to test out of some requirements for a given unit. Each unit, or almost every unit, should have a pretest for you. If you have any problems, you don't see the pretest, that's fine. I can help you with that. Just reach out. And so I'm going to start this just to give you a little glimpse of what it's like. So I haven't learned anything from this unit from Apex, but the class you took with Mr. Meyer last year or previously, if you have a health class or a math class, the concepts you learned, they might still be in your brain and you can tap into what you already know. So which detail best supports the main idea of pollution is harmful to people and animals? People should recycle more of their trash. The government should punish companies that pollute. Pollution in lakes can kill fish that people depend on for food. Air pollution is more dangerous than water pollution. So the key idea is pollution is harmful to people and animals. So I'm looking for something that talks about animals and talks about people. Air pollution is more, air pollution is not talked about in this. So I'm going to jump to C. Pollution in lakes can kill fish that people depend on for food. Okay, so we have people and we have fish, which is an animal, mentioned here. People should recycle more of their trash in A, and B, the government should punish companies that pollute. So it seems like C is probably the right response. Notice how I weeded out the options that didn't quite seem to fit, but I read all of the multiple choice options. I'll come back to that in just a minute at the end of this video, strategies for going through multiple choice questions. But I'm going to hit submit here. Let me get you so you can see the submit button. When you take a regular quiz in Apex, it does not usually, or when you take a regular quiz, it gives you the answer, is this right or wrong, so you can learn as you go through. When you take a pretest, it does not give you the answer. It doesn't tell you whether you got it right or not. The reason for that is because a pretest is designed to assess what you already know. If you don't know it, that's fine. There's another unfortunate fact about pretests, which I think will make sense to you. Pretests, I can't reset them for you. So if you take a pretest and you bomb it, you're stuck with that. I can reset quizzes or a test even. If you take a test and you really blow it, I can reset it for you. I understand sometimes that happens. You're distracted, you're tired, you take a quiz, you take a test. and you blow it and you're like, man, I shouldn't have taken it tonight. Can I have a redo? I can give you a redo on that. Pre-tests, I cannot give you a redo on. So make sure you're in a good headspace, you're focused, you have good internet before you take a pretest, because if it messes up, I can't fix it. Okay, so that's a pretest, and I could continue on showing you all of these, but I'm not going to. Let's just come back to my home page here. You'll notice it says, I'm in the middle of an assessment. Please finish your assessment before continuing. So that means I can't go back because it doesn't want me to go back. But I can, however, jump back, just close the tab if I want to. And here's my Apex, here's my Apex class here. Now watch what happens if I go back to my English Foundations class to pick up where I left off on the pretest. Hang on a minute while the page reloads. This is important because it does let me pick up on a pretest if I close it. So if you get a pretest halfway done and you need to go back to it, that's possible. My internet is being slow this morning, so this might not work so well, but here we go. So it pops up with the notice that I am in the middle of a closed book test and I need to go through and finish it. So you can pick up where you left off. You just need to carry on through, and it picks me up right back at question 2 of 10, and we're asking about homophones. Okay, all that to say, I need you to get on this. I need you to start your pretest. Hopefully you'll pass some of your pretests, and if you don't, that's fine too. We're here to learn, and I'm here to support you. 2 more quick things. First of all, doing multiple choice, you need to develop your skills doing multiple choice questions, because a lot of what you're looking at in your Apex course is multiple choice questions. That's often what they use to test your knowledge. So multiple choice questions, you guys know how to do this. You want to read all 4 answers or all 3 possible answers, and then as you read them, you want to eliminate the ones that you know are unlikely, and that gives you maybe just 2 options out of what's left, and then you pick the one that's most likely. So eliminate the ones that you say, oh, this isn't legit at all, and then pick the one that's most likely from what's left. The other thing I want to emphasize, I am taking attendance now starting today, and I'll send you all an email saying this as much. But what I need to do is I need to see some progress on your Apex class every single day. And I will go back through and generate reports and see who's working on Apex and who isn't. So if I don't see at least some progress done on your Apex, and I can see, did you spend 15 minutes? 15 minutes would be a good minimum amount of time you spend on your Apex class. Most of you need to spend much more than that. But as far as attendance, if I see you spending 15 minutes in Apex on a daily basis, you'll get attendance for that week or for that day. And I'll be posting attendance on Infinite Campus every week. And if there are problems, I'll be reaching out to you, reaching out to your folks, and making sure that we can get this done in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, this video is already longer than I had hoped. I hope this is useful. Reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever.